class, Trina Key.
All right. No.
First of all, before I do this poem, I felt that it would be important for me to explain my intent behind writing this. My intent for writing this poem is to interpret the real history of African Americans. As African American children, sometimes the only things we learn about our history is slavery. Maybe a little bit about Rosa Parks or Martin Luther King, but usually that's it. And some of those little black children grow up to become adults and never learn a single thing more about their history. And this is a problem. We seldom hear about the thousands of African Americans who fought for freedom and equality from slavery to the civil rights movement to now. We have to realize that our history isn't just about us getting beat down. It's about us fighting and surviving. And this is what this poem is about. This is my tribute to the Tuskegee Airmen. My ancestors were slaves. That's what history taught me. It taught me that we were inferior, worth less than cattle, that we were slaves even after being set free, that we paid the penalty for being born black. To be born black, the most serious offense, to be born black in America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. These are the words that I sang in elementary while soaking in the knowledge of my history that taught me we didn't fight back, that we sat back waiting on a man to set us free. No one in them wars looked like me. The only great black history taught me was Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King, and all Rosa did was sit on a bus, and all Martin did was cause a fuss and get shot for being born black. History taught me ignorance. It narrowed my perspective, leaving me off balance. It didn't teach me that black men could fly, that we could turn the rotten apples they gave us into apple pie. It failed to recognize that we fought Jim Crow over them German skies and won. We fought, we bled, we laid our lives on the line for freedom, equality, and justice. We fought with those who fought against us. We fought for freedom with shackles on our feet. But our minds were free as poetry. Knowledge was our weapon, determination was our shield, and we knew the lies history taught us weren't true. But it wasn't what we knew, it was what we could prove. In turbulent times, history found you and told you that you were incompetent with no chance of being free. History envied the future. They called it the experiment, a test to prove that we were inferior. They laughed, and we laughed too, because they didn't know all the things that history had taught us. They didn't know that history had taught us all those qualities honorable men desire, like sacrifice, patience, and the power of knowledge and determination. History told us Negroes can't fly, and we mastered what it said we could not do on a grander scale than any other man could contend with. We were bad, and we were black, and we were proud. But now we fall asleep to the lullabies of mediocrity, not realizing that history tends to repeat itself. History tends to repeat itself in different ways. History tends to repeat itself. We're no longer slaves, but history tends to repeat itself. Mediocrity perpetuates the repeating of history, so know your history. Know your history. Knowledge breaks the cycle of mental slavery, so know your history. Realize that black history comprises of more than just slavery. Realize that thousands of black faces paved the way for you to be here at this very moment in time, sitting side by side in perfect harmony, as one body, with one voice, not as black, not as white, but as American.